You can notice that I must be a loose cannon here because this jewelry is neither lifestyle nor fashion in typical parlance. So it's a misfit in that sense because jewelry is a very old industry. It's probably the oldest industry sitting in this room. And my point which you have shared here on the dais, I think on technology and access and consumption, I think all relevant topics. But also do with the Indian social fabric with the category connection. Therefore, the consumption of any category also depends on the socio-economic fabric and why jewelry has a unique play in the Indian ethos. Because it's the only category which behaves in a particular way in this part of the world. Nowhere else jewelry is bought and used the way jewelry is bought in India. And therefore, just to see some, I saw data of 37 billion, 40 billion. Jewelry industry is $50 billion industry.
Jewelry is only bought and not used in India, right?
Exactly. That's a different story altogether. That's the important point. So it is bulk of this inventory is sitting in lockers and people's houses and banks, stuff like that. But the point is, it's very closely connected to the Indian ethos. And therefore, and behavior to this category is so unique compared to any of the categories on this panel, even outside, that consumers want to buy jewelry very differently. And the same person, when he buys mobiles or apparel or shoes, he behaves very differently in one kind. But come jewelry, they're completely different. They're completely different. The same person, next shop he'll go to jewelry, her whole mind will change into a different model. Whereas with apparel to mobile, she'll have the same style of working. That's to do with the Indian ethos, and therefore I think the industry is there to stay from a long term, unless the social fabric of India changes dramatically, where marriages don't become relevant anymore, or traditional marriages are not a family relationship. Therefore, I think the jewel industry is there to stay for a long time. The role of technology, typically my view on technology, intrusion in India, especially on the e-com platform, has been more driven from top as an opportunity to do business. But because this category and the way the customer buys jewelry is very difficult to implement. And as a matter of fact, we are there only on our own website, titan.co.in. But we have not gone online with jewelry at all. Although we've spoken to 3 or 4 key players who have come to us, they want us on the brand. But the way jewelry is sold, daily gold rate and the making charges, it's impossible to do it in the first place. And 2 is consumers are not looking at online for buying jewelry. So whatever noises you're hearing in the media about online jewelry is typically the guy who's come to make money on the online model, which many people are wanting to make money online. Because many of you may not know that my understanding is no online company makes money till now, including Amazon, are loss-making companies for the last 25 years.
That's a touchy.
I may be wrong there. But that's the information I have. And including people I've met in UK who have run long 14-year-old chains in grocery business are loss-making because the model being what it is. But the category is complicated, and 2 is consumers are using online today more for searches. So today, Tanish is the maximum searched brand on the internet. To more about information, about the brand, about the availability of products, and therefore, online and technology has a critical role to play in jewelry, which is about information, about access. And therefore, I think technology will continue to play a role in the jewelry. And even look at jewelry online outside of India, it's just not there. It's still single digit. And largely, again, it is seen online and bought offline. So still single-digit jewelry buying online the world over. And India is even worse than that in terms of jewelry buying behavior and the kind of jewel that is bought. It is not very online friendly at all. So therefore, I think in the industry perspective, it is there to stay because Indians love jewelry. I hope continue to love jewelry. And but it's not very online friendly. So it won't be a big play in the coming years.